Good morning, everyone. I'm Christa Madrid, your realtor at Colorado Home Realty, coming to you this Monday morning with Brad Lyons from Independent Financial. Hey, Brad. Happy
Hey,
Monday.
may the fourth be with you.
Oh, yes. May the 4th be with you. Also, I want to shout out to my Auntie Cindy. Happy birthday, Auntie. I love you, and I hope you have an amazing day today.
Nice. Happy birthday.
Um, so, we are in the week of or before the graduation season starts.
Yep.
You have a senior this year. Talk to us.
I have a senior. My son is a senior, and then also my niece is a senior. So we have two in our family, and it's we'd love to be having parties and celebrating all that stuff, but we're still keeping everything safe and sound. I know that my son's graduation the ceremony's been postponed till like late July. So
Okay.
I think that we're going to kind of start to see that trend, and hopefully we'll be able to actually attend those events and have that happen, because you work for so long to be able to have the pomp and circumstance and walk across the stage and flip the tassel and throw the hat and all that kind of stuff. I really hope these kids get to do that.
That would be awesome. And that's if they are not burned out waiting for it at that
Yeah,
time. They might just
totally
give me
over it.
my
Like,
diploma. I'm
give
out.
me my paper. I got life to do. Peace.
Yeah, peace out, man.
I think that a lot of them probably feel that way. And, I think as parents, we always, impose some of these things on our kids. Like, you have to do this. It's a rite of passage. And some of them are just like, come on, I'm just going to move on. It's okay. It's
Right.
okay. I'm good. But, we want to have the celebration. We want to celebrate them. And, hopefully we'll get to see those things happen.
Well, in some strange and selfish parental way, this is also about us.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we got them to those points.
We did. It's our turn to celebrate too. Like,
Blood, sweat, and tears, baby.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And sometimes we have to reel it back in because they're like, I did it. I'm done. I'm moving on. I don't have to have the party. And we're like, no, we get the party.
Right, right. Well, the kind of, I feel like this is a season where, especially coming out of COVID, people are out and about. They're starting to wander around. I feel like this is a season of graduation for everybody. We are all commencing.
Yeah, very well said. And I think we have to have we graduated and we're on to better things mindset, because we're starting to hear some stories of folks out in public who are not behaving real nice. And, I've got a couple of kids that work in retail, and they come home with some stories of people who just are out there with a chip on their shoulder,
Oh, yeah.
waiting to pounce. And it's not healthy. And so my thought is, if you can continue to work through some of your online channels to have things delivered to your home, let the dust settle, let the crazies, pop off for a few days, and maybe things will settle back into a normal groove and people can act like adults.
Well, I'm thinking also that this entire COVID situation should have taught us something, and in some of those somethings should be time management and prioritizing what's important to us. So we, even though we have to go out into the world, we should be protecting those sacred things like our family and our time and dinner at the table,
Yeah,
gathering together, not just passing through like ships in the night, literally gathering in the house rather than outside the house with people who aren't as important as the people under your roof.
yeah, absolutely. We have to hold some trust that things happen for a reason. And maybe, the closeness that was established within our families, you know, we really got to hold on to that and make that paramount in our lives.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. So I'm one of those people who have ventured out, who've seen some people misbehaving, like they're like ticking time bombs on their points, where I'm standing in line and I'm thinking, God, please keep me safe, because they're just counting people. They're making sure we have our masks on, but they're not checking people. And as angry as some people have been out there, it's actually really scary. And I know you can't help but worry about your kids who are in retail, about your wife who's at the hospital saving lives. But yeah, those are definitely things that we need to keep in mind. And also, the other thing is spring is a huge reminder, especially when you're in the grocery stores, like Walmart grocery store. They have the swimming suits right across the aisle from the food. Yeah, that's a big reminder of spring is a time to remind us all of either our wins or our lacks. And
Yep.
that would be primarily physical, but it all comes down to your mental, your
Yes.
spiritual. And one thing that a lot of people don't really touch on, they tell you how to spend your money in spring, but they don't tell you how to work your money. And so I think financial fitness is also important as well.
You know, the financial fitness is a platform. It's like it's a baseline. I mean, you have to have a jumping off point in your life, right? And if you don't have a foundational place where your finances are checked and balanced, then you know you're always on uneven ground. You're not sure where to put your feet. You're not confident in what you have to work with. So I couldn't agree more that, you know, when you're looking at the swimsuits across the aisle from the bananas, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
how do you make the right choice there for, like, you know, should I be putting Twinkies in my cart when I want to get that bathing suit up there? So you know, I just want to encourage folks to have a discussion with a financial professional. And I'm not necessarily calling myself a financial professional, but I know really good people who we can work together and put together savings plans, backup plans, and then, you know, obviously we talk into the borrowing situation, and you know, what is a debt load? What does your debt to income ratio look like? How are you going to afford a down payment on a house? Things like that that really can build confidence in you and help you get uh, get your financial house in order.
Yes, get your financial house in order, your financial priorities. And with a lot of young people, this starts off with buying their first car, or if they're college bound and the family can't help very much, there it starts off with, can I afford my books? So that way I don't have to include them in my student loan. Um,
Yes,
you know, finding a mentor is the first and foremost in taking steps toward financial fitness. Not really freedom. Not everybody has the luxury to be free. It is a beautiful goal. We're actually on our way to that goal. But to get financially free, you have to be financially fit. Um, you know, your first thing, your first car, your first credit card, your college books, working your way through college. Why are you doing that? Because you have some concept of what financial fitness is. You know it's necessary, but do you know why? Do you know what this is building
I
in
have
the
a
long term?
mentor. I have a mentor that used to use a phrase, "so that you can."
So that you can. I like that.
STUC. You get stuck on something. STUC. So that you can what? And that's, I think, the just a really good baseline idea. I need to do this so that I can X.
Mhm.
And I think when you talk about financial security and having a financial plan, that's the questions you need to ask yourself, and maybe have a pro help you through.
Well, I think this is super important in self-care. You know, we have people griping about their haircuts. We have people griping about, oh, my nails aren't done. I need to get my eyebrows waxed. I can't wait till the gym opens. Well, did you use your home as a gym? No, you probably didn't. Did you go for a walk in your neighborhood? No, you probably didn't. Um, Self-care is in the wallet as well. And a fat wallet is really what you're going for. Right?
Yeah, that's. I mean, if you lean into the one side because your wallet's fat, that's the best way to go, right?
That's the money walk right there.
That's right. The
Now we know
swagger.
why George Jefferson walked the way he did for balance.
I don't know. There's probably some people that watch our show. They're like, "Who's that? I've never
Who
heard of
the
that
hell
person
is
before."
that? What are
You
these
just
two
dated.
talking about?
You just dated us, Krista. Thanks.
Oh, come on. That's a classic right there. You should know who that is.
Moving on up to the east side.
That's right. And it's all about moving on up. That's the whole point of our little Monday and Friday talks, is to help our audience move up. It doesn't have to be through me. It doesn't have to be through you. We're just giving these nuggets of wisdom, nuggets of experience, and hoping that people will engage and run with it. That's all we really want,
Absolutely.
is to improve the world, right?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and it's fun to do this with you, and I appreciate it.
Well, that's our Monday morning. I hope that everybody enjoys it. It's going to be one of our shorter segments, which should give people a little bit of relief. But I'm happy to announce that Friday we're having our third guest, George Romero from First Integrity Title, and we're going to pick his brain on title policies and earnest money and open titles and all kinds of goodies. And what part of the title should a buyer and a seller be looking at when they receive those title commitments from the title company or from their agent? What are we looking for? Sometimes not every agent explains to them what that stuff is, and they really need to know why they're receiving that.
Yeah, why did you spend that money on that stuff?
Or if they spent it at all.
Exactly.
They might have to go and clear their name of something that's not theirs.
Yeah, that's title of policy is very important. So I'm looking forward to hearing what George has to say about that.
Me too. Well, everybody, thank you so much. You'll find my information and Brad's information in the notes below. I hope you enjoyed those virtual open houses over the weekend. And if any of them tickled your fancy, please reach out to Brad so he can help you figure out how you can afford those. And then, and that point, reach out to me or your favorite realtor, again, me. And
You
let's see how we can find out how to put you in that house if it's still available. Thanks so
awesome.
much. Take care. Have a great week, and we'll see you on Friday.